All right, in this video, I am going to set up a few, I think 3 groups within one campaign for Google Ads for a hair salon business. Specifically, we're just going to be doing a hair extension campaign, one campaign, 3 groups for hair extensions. So I'm going to go through and set that up. So what I did is I just created a brand new email to show you what it's going to look like from scratch if this is your first time setting up Google Ads. This is a screen I got immediately after I went to Google Ads and went there with my brand new email. So I'm going to click create my first campaign. So over here, I'm going to put in the New Age Salon, and then I got to put in the website. And that is that right there. So this campaign is just going to be sending people to the website, and we could do a separate phone number one later if we wanted to. So now we're going to come over here and answer a few questions. First thing it's asking is what makes your business unique. You can fill this out if you want to. I'd probably use ChatGPT, have it read through the website, add some of your own stuff. Let it populate some stuff, but it looks like it's getting its own little layout here from Gemini, and that's fine. This isn't going to be important to me right now because we're going to set this up from scratch. Google is going to try to force us into their automated, but we're going to switch over. So this really isn't going to matter too much, but we will come over here and we'll just keep it simple and put hair extensions. So it's asking what are the specific products or services that you are advertising for this campaign. You could put up to 20 essentially tags in there, and we're just going to be just putting in this one because it's going to be a pretty simple campaign. So select web pages to get relevant images, suggestions for your ads. Yeah, all those are fine. So it's just looking at the website. I found the Instagram, I found YouTube, and I found a Facebook page for it. So I'm going to click next right there. For the advertising objective, what we're doing right here is we're just trying to get people to the website to take a look at what we're offering. And hopefully they'll fill out one of our contact forms or give us a phone call. So I'm going to go with website traffic. And I think what I'm going to do with this is put it directly to the hair extensions page. And double check. Yeah, so that's going to be the page right there. Let me apply that. So website traffic going to a hair extension page. I'm going to click next. And from there, it's going to let us start to create our first campaign. But if you notice up here, it's in the Performance Max, which is Google's, it used to be called AdWords Express or Google Ads Express. This is gonna, if you use this option, Google Ads is gonna make it a little easier for you, but you're not gonna get really good data about your keywords, and there's not gonna be a lot of marketing decisions that you can make with it because a lot of stuff is kind of hidden. So what we want to do is we want to go over and set this up manually. So I'm going to click View Other Campaign Types over there, and within that, definitely going to skip the Performance Max. We are putting this on the search network for Google Ads, where people are searching for a keyword, and our ad is going to pop up in the search engine results page. So we're going to start with that. And the first question over here is going to be, what is the final URL? I should have the hair extensions already put right there. The way that Google Ads has this set up right now, it's not very obvious, but this is going to be your first campaign and your first group. Even though you're not specifically saying any of that, Google recently changed this, so it's a little confusing. But once we get this into the system, I'm going to show you the different campaigns and the groups. So the way that I previously had this going, if you watched my previous video, is we just had 5 keywords for our first group. We're not giving the campaign or group a name yet. So slightly confusing, but 5 more minutes and we'll kind of see where we can change all of that. The main setting that I care about down here is going to be the location. With the location, what I want to do is advertise around the hair salon itself, because somebody who is 10 miles away from the city isn't going to want to fight traffic and drive, the 15 or 20 minutes in if they got something closer. So I don't really want to go too crazy with it. But if it's a hair extension, it's a higher value service, so people might drive a little bit more. But so I might put it at 10 or 20 miles around the salon. So let me do that. I just got to grab the location for the salon, and we're going to put a radius around that. And here is, so yeah, radius targeting. So now I can put the address in. All right, so 1534. So we are there. Let's get rid of this Erie County, and I don't. Let's take a look at this. So I got two decisions I can make here. Just knowing the area, I think this is actually a pretty decent radius. The issue you have here is that you do have Canada, so I don't know if somebody's going to leave the country to do it. Maybe they would, maybe they won't. But let's go ahead and exclude Canada just for demo purposes. So we need to go back over here. So we're going to we'll go with Ontario, Canada, since that's what it is. We're just going to exclude that, and then that's going to take out that little section over there. So if I zoom back in, you can see that we have that 20-mile radius around the salon, but we're not going to have any ads showing in Canada itself. So let me go ahead and save that. All that looks good. Let me click done there. And I'm actually going to edit this one last thing over here. I only want this showing on the search network because we only want people that are searching specifically for hair extensions. If it goes into the display network, it's going to be little text ads showing up on blogs and content sites. We don't want that. That could eat up your budget pretty quick. And I don't want to advertise on Google search partners. A lot of websites such as Yahoo do use the Google search engine for their searches, but I want to stay just in Google for now. So let me click done there, and I will click next. All right, so now we have the opportunity to create some ads for our campaign and our group. What this is here, this is a responsive ad. So we used to have to make like 10 to 15 different ads, but now we can just put in 15 different headlines and 4 different descriptions, and then based on the context of the keyword that the person is using when they do a search, Google can serve the best headline and description that kind of matches that query. So if someone were to search for like hair extensions at a Buffalo hair salon, it might want to put in the Buffalo hair salon headline so that people can see it kind of matches their query with it. So for this, you generally do want to take the time to put in these 15 headlines. With ChatGPT, it is pretty easy to do. So, and I'll demo that. The other thing is once you do this for your first campaign and your first group, these are going to auto-populate so that each ensuing group, it's going to have these, and they're not going to change too much between groups. So it makes it a little bit easier once you take the time to set this up originally. So let me pull in some ChatGPT content over here. So you can see over here with my query, I just told ChatGPT I need headlines for the first group where the keywords are all about hair extensions. They should be between 28 and 30 characters. And I need 15 different ones of those. The other thing that I would add is that you want a capitalized case. ChatGPT knows that's how I like it, so it automatically did it. But you want the first letter of each word capitalized. It just makes it a little bit easier to read and to stand out, and that's called capitalized case. So I usually put that in. So I put a few of these in. Put a couple more in just to show you hair extensions you'll love, and then I'm gonna put the name of the salon too as one. Anyway, salon. So You can do 15 of these. You should do 15. It's not going to be important for this because I'm only going to be running this for about $20, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Now I'm going to go back to my chat GPT and I am going to ask it for some descriptions. So I can do that right now. I need 4 descriptions for Google Ads, capitalized case. It should be between 87 and 90 characters, include call to actions, and talk about a free consultation in one of them. So we will put that into our ChatGPT, let that run. And let's see, book hair extensions with trusted styles in Buffalo. That's fine. Oop. Throw that in there. That'll work. Sometimes it puts extra spaces there. And salon quality hair extensions. And I'll put one last one in. All right, so now we got our descriptions. One more thing we need to put up here is our display path. This is more of a vanity URL. When Google shows your ads in the search engine results page, it does not show the actual URL that it's going to for various reasons. So it does more of a vanity URL. So this is going to be what people see. And I like to put some of my better keywords into the display path. And you'll see where it shows over here, the new age salon.com/hair extensions Buffalo. All right, so we got the URL, keywords. Next, we have a few other assets. These used to be called extensions, but now they're just kind of built into the ads itself. A couple of these things that we can do. Site links. Site links are good because you can deep link into the website, and people might be concerned with your rates, so you might be able to have like a little rates tab at the bottom, and that might be something that attracts people's attention. Reviews, our process, something like that. But site links are a good way to extend the ad on the page and to make it more likely that somebody is going to see something that appeals to them based on their search process over there. So with a site link, you just give this a text over here, such as our rates. She wouldn't have this on the page, but you can kind of see what it's going to look like over there. You put the link in, and you can give it a couple descriptions. Sometimes it'll show 4, sometimes it'll show 1 with a couple extra little lines in there. But I'm not going to really put that in for right now. Just know that exists. Some other assets that you can do for all of these could be important depending on what your business is. This isn't an app. We're not doing specific lead form advertising, but what you could do is something like call outs. This is just where you give more information about the business. If you used like a special type of hair extension, you could put, we use hair dreams, something extensions. It's just going to be a little something extra that could go kind of at the end of the ad. Again, makes it bigger, kind of sells a service. If you did like free consultations, that's something that you can put in there to try to help business. Phone calls, super important. We can go ahead and throw a phone number in there just to see it real quick. Come back, copy that. Let's throw a phone number in here. And we'll save that. So now we got the phone number in there. Prices, you can put prices for your products and services and stuff like that, but with the hair extensions, it's kind of based upon a consultation. And of course, you could do a little promotion. Um, and let's see. And yeah, that should be good enough for now. So, all right, so that is the first campaign being created. Now we need to pick our bid strategy. We're just going to do, we don't have conversion tracking set up or conversion data. So I'm just going to go with some straight up clicks. With this one, I believe we're bidding on this maybe $2 a click. That's going to be a little low for a keyword like that, but we can always go in. If it's too low, Google is going to tell us that. So let me click next on there. And it's asking about a daily budget. So at $2 a click, it's saying we can get about 71 clicks a week. If we spend about $20 a day. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do that for now. Should be fine. And then lastly, we do need to go and set up a payment profile and click no for the personalized guidance, because they will call you every single day. And believe it or not, they're not very good at what they do. So let me see. I don't think I can skip the payment profile. No, it's going to make me do it. All right, so let me get this set up with a payment, and then we'll go back in and take a look at the account. All right, so I put the payment in, click submit. This is the first page it's going to take me to. What it wants me to do here is to set up some conversion tracking. This is super simple to do. You just have to install the Google Site Kit. It's going to give you like a little number that you can copy over here. It shows the instructions over here. Highly recommend doing it. You're going to get much better data. I mean, it's imperative you do it. I would never run Google Ads without installing conversion tracking. Yeah, so this is what the Google Ads platform looks like right here. With this platform, let's see. All right, so here's the campaigns right here. This is the one. This is the one that we set up. So it just got its campaign one there. What we're going to do is change the name to what we wanted to call it right there. So this is going to be our hair extensions salon. We're going to click to get into the groups, and the first group is also called hair extensions salon. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then we can come in here and we can see our keywords right there. If we want to, we can add some negative keywords over here. I think the biggest concern the salon would have with hair extensions is people that were just trying to find a place to buy hair extensions. So you definitely want to get a bunch of negatives kind of related to that, or cheap, because they're definitely not cheap. So you can go over there. Different ways you can do it. You can create a list that would work across all the campaigns and groups, or you can just put it into one specific group. I'll put this in the campaign since there's only going to be 3 groups, and these keywords would be applicable to all of that. So I will click save it there, and then just like that, I have my keywords in there. So let me get back into my campaigns, hair extension salon. All right, and then if we wanted to see some other stuff, we're just going to come over here. We take a look at the ads right there. We can go in and we can edit this ad if we wanted to. You can see everything that we put in over there. We can go back to our campaign. Oh, our thing never saved. Let me get that back in. That's not it. What was this one? Hair extension salon. So let me get that in there real quick. All right, so what we could do now is add a second group for this campaign. And we're just going to go standard with this. I think how we had this one set up was just people searching for hair extension costs. So we can go in, And we put in the final URL and the keywords. I'll just get these real quick. I'm not going to make you watch all of this. So we got that, and then just need the hair extensions page, which is there. So we can save and continue. And then, like I said, you're going to have all of these different headlines over here. So the only thing I might add would be a couple more, you know, cost-related keywords. How much do hair extensions cost? A touch too long with that. So we go with how much are hair extensions, cost of hair extensions. Just kind of get the word cost in there a little bit to kind of match up with your keywords. You can kind of mess around with your descriptions also if you wanted to, but click save and continue. And just like that, we kind of have our next hair group set up. So hair extensions cost. If you wanted to change some of the costs for that, then you can come over here and get in there and change those different things. I think we're going to put in one more general campaign. I'm just going to do this one super fast. This is just going to be called broad, because we're going to do a broad match just to show how bad Google is with that. So we're going to put that keyword in there, and then we're just going to do hair extensions, no phrase match, no exact match, and yeah, go ahead and save that. I'm going to leave everything else the same over here. Save and continue, and then now just like that, once you get your first group set up, it's really easy to get everything else set up over there. For now, I'm going to go to my campaigns. I'm going to pause this while it's under review, just so I can know when it's going to start running. We can pick a start date and an end date over in our campaign settings as well over here if we need to, and then all our main campaign level options are going to be there. Besides that, that's pretty much what you need to know to get your Google Ads running up. In the next video, you're going to see what you as a digital marketer should be looking at to kind of make decisions about how your campaign is going.